Tonight, it's a good Week 9 matchup here on a Monday night between the Baltimore Ravens and the Cleveland Browns. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. A collegiate star here in the Buckeye State, it's J.K. Dobbins. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. Well, this defense for the Browns, they were excellent last week in the win over the Chargers.
And I think our statistician, we ended up having to bring the blue tent and put it around him for a while because he was developing a hand injury from having to write down all the turnovers this team forced. 5, 6, 7, 8. Absolutely unbelievable. I hope he'll recover.
A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down. Executed it to perfection. On 1st and 10, it's Dobbins. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. It's a loss of 5 there, bringing up second. Another run here with Dobbins. Runs over it. That'll get them some of what they needed, but they're still left here with a 3rd and 9 forthcoming.
I think we can safely say that those types of plays are the backbone of this offense. We know not every run's going to be a big hitter, but you know they'll take that type of result on each and every attempt.
Throwing Jones. And he's got his tight end. That's Andrews. And they're going to have another first down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 37. 23 yards on the play. Well, on 3rd down, he wanted to go to one of his most dependable targets, and that's who he found, his tight end there, to pick up the first, Charles.
And you use the proper word there, dependable, and sometimes spectacular, because tight ends nowadays, they can do it all. But they're the guys you trust, especially across the middle of the field where there's traffic. He delivers, and they pick up nice yardage.
They go back to the ground with Dobbins. And he works his way free all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone. That one good for 13 and a Raven first down. Quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? You know, because on that last big practice beforehand, you go through your offensive script. You go through your play calling. You go through all the stuff and establish things. And it looks like it's going like clockwork right now for them.
And they've got this down to about the 12-yard line. But yet another completion here on this opening drive, and he's now perfect 4 of 4 to start. Pretty solid execution here.
And how about how everyone's handled their nerves? Because you know what it's like to start a ball game. You're so amped up and ready to go, and sometimes the execution isn't there. They've been flawless so far. Well drilled, well prepared, and excited to start this game.
And the Ravens are going to be set up with a 1st and goal. He couldn't quite reach the chalk, but they'll have it at the 1-yard line. 1st and goal, a chance for an early statement here on the road. Dobbins will take this into the end zone. It's a Ravens touchdown. So he had the nice run to get him down there, was stopped just short of the goal line, but they go right back to him, CD, and he delivers to finish the drive off.
A little extra determination there, don't you think, partner? You notice he didn't tap on his helmet and say, get me out after the run down to the end zone. He said, I almost got in. I'm going to get in on my own. I'm staying in. And he carries it across the goal line.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback. They start on the ground with Nick Chubb. Trucks over him. Another truck. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. They'll look to throw. Buying time to his left. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. 2nd down. The Browns at 6-2 to start play. They've been playing their best football of the year, winners of 4 in a row.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And he fires one incomplete.
Nowadays, quarterbacks don't mind throwing into coverage because of the confidence they have in their receivers to come down with the ball. But sometimes you have to be careful you don't get too confident and throw an interception.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up. On 4th down on is Corey Bojorquez to punt. And now a low liner. I think he mishit it. Just a 25-yard punt. Not what he was hoping for by any stretch. And the Ravens, they'll take over. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team. And that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs, so they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them. 45 yards rushing for him now in the ball game. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the 1st down. They'll try to run for it with Dobbins. And he will have the 1st down, but he winds up paying for it pretty good. 3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. They'll go again with Dobbins. He'll get this up to about the 44.
Well, they always talk about playing great team defense, and that was an excellent example right there. Everyone on assignment, no one in the wrong spot, everyone filling their gaps.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Now Jones. That'll be caught by the big tight end, Andrews. The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And this will wind up being a 3rd and 3. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the 1st. On 3rd down, here's Dobbins. And a solid run here as he'll pick his way down to the 42-yard line. 10 yards there, good enough for a Raven 1st down. Now a quick throw outline to Myers. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a 1st down. Back to throw. Jones. And down he goes. They sack him back right around the 41-yard line. The job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20. Operating from the gun, Jones. He gets this underneath to Dobbins. And they'll work this down inside the 30. He's already proven to be a factor in the running game on this drive. Now he gets involved in the passing game.
I think what we're seeing here is the modern version of workhorse in the NFL, being able to run it and catch it with equal proficiency.
Here's Jones on 3rd down. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. It's Kyler Duggar who picks it. If you combine last week and this week, he's got a hat trick going because he had 2 interceptions a week ago.
He's seeing the ball so well and understanding where receivers are, positioning. I mean, just watching him work with such great technique and paying it off by actually catching the ball when he has a chance, he's helping his team in a huge way.
And nothing much materializing there on the 1st down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. From deep in their own territory, they look to throw. His throw incomplete.
And he's missed now in his first 4 passing attempts. The rhythm is just not there to begin this ball game.
The tight end, David Njoku, the intended receiver. And it'll bring up 3rd down.
Ready.
They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the 1st down. Now back to throw. He's going to drop this one down for Chubb. And able to get it across the 10 to the 15. Trying to escape the shadow of their goalpost. That helped. 10 yards, 1st down.
And I like the idea here. Get the ball in his hands, even if it's in the passing game. 3 catches a week ago, and he does a nice job here to pick up yardage.
Now here's a pass on 1st down that's knocked away and incomplete.
Well, he certainly thought he had a window to push that ball downfield, but as soon as he released the throw, the corner was there to slam that window shut.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. They'll try the draw now with Chubb. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up. He'll look to throw. Got an open man. That's David Njoku, the tight end. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. His first catch, good for 9 in the 1st down. 2 minutes on the clock, 2nd quarter, 7-0 ball game.
Here we go.
On 1st down, they'll run with Chubb. J.J. Watt, the one that gets him down.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. And again, it's Chubb. A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29. An 8-play drive to this point. So here's play number 9 on 3rd and 7. On play action, they'll throw. And he goes down. The Ravens able to get to him. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. On 4th down, on is Corey Bojorquez to punt. And take it right at the 35. Nice punt, but good work on the return to get back 11 yards. And they will take over 1st and 10. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. As the offense comes out here, Charles, remember they threw the interception last time out, but they were moving the football down the field. Looked like they were going to have a sustained drive that ended in points, but then the pick ensued.
And because of that, there's no way you can call the last drive a success. Yes, there are things to build on because they found some play calls that worked. Now, they've got to build another drive and find a way to avoid the turnover that plagued it on the last one.
Jones throwing on first down. And this is going to be hauled in by the tight end, Andrews. The Ravens going to use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 55 seconds to go until halftime. A give up the middle to Dobbins. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Operating from the gun, Jones. A quick throw knocked away and incomplete.
Well, he leads the NFL in interceptions and nearly added to that total.
Got his hand on it, couldn't quite corral it. It's been a Pro Bowl type season for him, and the term ball hawk really comes into play, doesn't it?
Yeah, I like that one a lot because teams want to avoid that type of a player, but sometimes you just can't. He just knows where the ball is.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. They'll try to draw here with Dobbins. And he'll only get this to the 17, well shy of what he needed. Now the Browns signal for the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Tucker's kick is good. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Cleveland offense ready to go. They're certainly in need of some kind of points here before the end of the half. A field goal or something being shut out right now. They could really use some momentum before they hit. He's got a man complete. The Browns will quickly use their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the first half.
Here we go.
So barely time to catch our breath. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the red zone. He'll look to throw. He'll get this to Chubb out of the backfield. And he'll be taken down at about the 22-yard line. The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. And that will be incomplete. 4 ticks left here on the clock.
With a rookie quarterback out there, you're definitely going to find out how he handles adversity because this one so far hasn't gone according to plan. He's got to fight through it and show him what he's made of.
So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. It's a 39-yard attempt, right hash. And this is going to be no good. He missed it off to the left. So we're at halftime here on a Monday night as we send you down to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. The Browns going to see the football first, but they trail here as we resume play on EA Sports. And no run back here as the third quarter will commence with a touchback. The Browns drive about to get started. Charles, it'll be interesting to see what adjustments this offense made in the locker room. Haven't really been able to get anything going offensively, virtually nothing in the ground attack either. So certainly something has to change here in quarter 3.
And I'm pretty sure their friends from the defensive side of the ball told them exactly that, because those guys, the stop troops, they've been playing pretty well. They've kept them around in this game. Now they've got some time. The running game struggled in the first half. Opposition knows how to focus on defending the pass here. They've got to re-energize that ground game and maybe open things up for a comeback here in this half.
And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. 41 yards now on the ground on just 7 carries. So for the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Chubb on the counter. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they've stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. They run it again with Chubb. And he's going to be stopped up quickly here. Just a yard up to the 39. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Now he'll throw deep left side. Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey. And the Ravens will have the football as this is taken up past the 30.
And that has to be a little bit discouraging, because after all their halftime talk, adjustments, and points of emphasis, their first drive ends with an interception. Absolutely aggravating if you're a head coach, because you spent all that time, gone through every situation possible, and it still ends in a turnover.
And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 15 yards is the pickup there, and the drive starting very nicely. 1st down.
Well, as we've learned over the years, just because a guy plays left tackle doesn't mean he doesn't have run-blocking abilities, and we just saw it there. Controlled the line of scrimmage, created a big gain.
That's kind of a bonus. He's there to protect that high value that you have back under center, but he creates space in the run game.
Yeah, not only can he dance, he can mash, too.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked up by Denzel Ward. And the Browns will have solid field position here as they take over at their 45-yard line. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offensive coordinator, the quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Looking to throw. Got an open man. It's Schwartz. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
Here we go, set. Black shot. Red, yellow. Ready?
They're going to look to throw. And he fires one, but incomplete.
But the passing windows are just not there. And that's just another example of how great this defense has been all game long.
And that's exactly what a top 10 defense can do. They can really change the game tempo and frustrate you as you try to execute offensively.
Let's go now. Blaster, 6. Ready.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. He's got his tight end, David Njoku. And he's going to pick up the Browns' first down as they manage to convert. And that'll keep the drive alive. They'll look to throw again. And he will find his man Schwartz. That's complete. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20.
White.
Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. And that's going to be caught for a Browns touchdown. Anthony Schwartz hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Browns have got it back to within a score. Extra point by York is up and good. And that'll cut it to 3 at 10-7. The Browns kicking team out there now as they'll send this one away. This is taken just shy of the 10. And now the rookie's free. The 30. 10. And he takes it all the way, but there is laundry on the field. A flag is down, and I think this one's coming back.
I agree.
So holding will scratch off some of that return.
And I know fans get frustrated when they see penalties of this sort on kick returns, but it is difficult to do it right against these moving targets at full speed. Hard to do.
A shotgun snap and a give to Dobbins. He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
The previous run, good for 9. Here's second and a yard. Throwing, Jones. Slings it to Andrews, and it's complete. The tight end has it. And they're going to get this up to midfield.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. That's really good for the game of football. You get better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
95 yards for him on the ground now. He has been a tough man to bring down all night, working with a 2nd and 3. A give, Dobbins trying to run. And now a fumble. The ball's out. And this is picked up by the Browns. And they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line. So turnovers, Charles, you figure will be key in the second half, and that's a big giveaway there.
Yeah, and as you and I both know, coaches are always preaching ball security, and none more often than right here in the second half of a tight football game. Now you've got to believe what the coaches are saying and take care of that football.
Long red.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Dancing to his left. And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked off by Roquan Smith. And the Ravens will have solid field position here as they take over at their 45-yard line.
And the tough thing is when he goes back and reviews the film, he'll see that he already escaped the pocket. He could have gotten more himself by using his legs, and that might have been the better choice there instead of challenging the zone. A miscalculation on his part, and he pays for it with the interception.
Jones throw complete there to Bateman. And they're going to get this to about the 44-yard line.
As long as you go through your proper reads and progressions, the drag route can be one of those old reliable plays because usually it's good for a good chunk of yardage, as we just saw there.
And those guys like it, right? They can get the ball with a full head of steam.
Especially against man coverage, because man coverage, they're typically running away from someone and not worried about traffic coming out on the other end.
Dobbins running out of the gun. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Looking to throw on second down. Jones. And he will find his man on the outside. And they're going to get this down near the 35-yard line. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his third down play as we've played 3 quarters. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Ravens on third down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. They're up against a 3rd-and-1 situation. And he's going to have the first down yardage as he's down at about the 30-yard line. Give him the third down conversion, 5 yards on the play. No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the 4th quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
The Raven passing game getting in sync. Another first down. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Multiple defenders getting to him there for a huge loss.
Now that was a passer's nightmare. The front door totally shut down by the defense, so he kept going backwards, hoping to find another avenue of escape. It didn't exist.
To try again after the sack. Jones. That's going to be caught. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. That one goes for 30 yards. They'll run with Dobbins. And he will take it in for a Ravens touchdown. J.K. Dobbins with his 9th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Ravens get an important score there to extend their lead here in this 4th quarter. Tucker with the extra point, and his guys will take a 10-point lead.
Ravens 17, Browns 7. Justin Tucker in the kickoff for
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Cleveland offense ready to go. Well, that last touchdown we just saw, what an important one. Now it's back to a 2-score deficit for this crew as they take the field here, and they are in desperate need of finding the end zone. Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Certainly looked like someone was very confident in his ability to fit that one in. I would say he was overconfident because there wasn't a whole lot of separation there. Had that one covered pretty well downfield and knocked it away.
He'll try again with the arm here on second down. And he rifles one incomplete.
They have to like what they've done defensively here at the outset of this drive. They forced a couple of incomplete passes, bring up a 3rd and 10. Don't be surprised to bring a little pressure on this snap.
Down.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. They'll drop to throw. Got a man. It's Schwartz, complete. And he is going to have a Browns first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. They go play action here on first down. Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's 2nd down. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They're giving him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
Again, he'll drop to throw. Throw left side, caught by the tight end, Njoku. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. They're giving those short little routes. Tackled him in bounds, too. They're just not wanting to get beat over the top.
Yeah, and if you can't really get downfield, take the short routes. But now you got to have guys who can actually break tackles and increase those gains.
Back to throw again. And this is going to be incomplete.
Well, how about the coverage we just saw him break out on 3rd down? Dime defense, blanketed the field with extra defensive backs and speed, unable to find an open hole to complete that pass.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And that is taken in by Njoku. And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds. The time to pull out the stops is now, and they convert there on 4th down.
There's no doubt in my mind that not many guys in this league have had the impact that he's had here in the first half of the season. He's been a big play guy from the word go and continues to be one with another one right there.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And this heads straight to the sideline. I don't think they're going to let him get away with that. Nope, they won't. Here comes the flag. Yeah, he hadn't gotten far enough away from the pocket to throw that football away, and that draws the flag.
Yeah, the old tackle box, right? Get outside of each tackle, and then you can go ahead and throw it away, and you're in good shape. But if you're back there in the pocket, you got to make sure of what you're doing.
They get 14 yards, but not enough for the first down due to the previous penalty. 9th play of the drive coming up, and certainly not an easy one on 3rd and long. Back to throw. He's got Njoku, his big tight end. And he'll only get this to the 17, well shy of what he needed. So the completion good for just 3. And that's going to make it 4th down. A lot of pressure here for Cade York. From the right hash, just a 34-yard attempt. York able to send this one through, and they're back within a touchdown. It's 17-10. All right, so they needed 2 scores to get back in the game. The field goal there, maybe not exactly what they wanted, but the necessary first step.
There's still time remaining, and there's enough time to get it done. They've got to get at the least a 3-and-out here to get the ball back, preferably a takeaway.
And this return will net positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. The field goal we just saw has us now at a 1-score game, and on this side of the football, things are getting pretty tenuous, a little stressful.
Blood pressure up a little bit, you think?
I think up a lot of it.
Could you imagine taking the pulse right now? It might be like a jackhammer out there on that side of the ball, but here's what the deal is. I think what we've observed is a team that's been playing not to lose, as opposed to playing to win. And they've got to get back to that, and that means opening things up again, being a little more free in what they're trying to get done on offense. I like a guy who understands the situation. I also like a guy who you look at him and you say, that looks like a guy who knows the coach is going to say, guess what? You drop this one, you'll be carrying around a training facility for an entire week.
Maybe flashback to high school or college, carrying it around campus, right?
The old gauntlet drill, right? Anyone get the ball out while he's sitting in class and bring it back to the coach? He's in big trouble.
They'll run up the gut with Dobbins. And he's going to be stopped short of a first down as he'll get to him at about the 33. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it's going to leave him with a fourth down. Well, with the fumble he had earlier, we know how key keeping the football is here. That fumble earlier probably at the forefront of his mind. Just hold on to this thing.
It's also at the forefront of the mind of the guys who are trying to get the ball from him. And since they've seen him drop it on the ground before, they're doing everything possible to have him do it again. They need that turnover.
Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as they stop it prior to what will be an important fourth down. The Ravens send their punter out now as he's on to punt for the first time tonight. And he gets it away, a directional kick going toward the sideline. And now where will the side judge stop his walk? That's the question. He says it crossed out of bounds at about the 17-yard line. The Browns drive about to get started. And they had a long drive last time, but they had to settle for a field goal, and I'm sure that's how it felt to them, settling. They probably should have gotten in the end zone.
Yeah, not out and out joy, right? Because that's what you get when you put the ball in the end zone. But there are benefits to that type of a long drive. Your defense gets a chance to take a break, adjust a little bit, maybe get themselves ready to get back out on the field and play a little bit better. So they'll take the benefit even though they wanted the 6 points.
Maybe wore down the other defense. We'll see. This entire defensive unit, Charles, they've really put in a good shift tonight, so to speak.
I like how you phrased that. This has been a good shift. They punched the clock the entire evening. Ought to have shirts that have their names on them in the front to let them know these are blue-collar workers who are getting it done.
And he's going to have the Browns first down by a couple of yards as they're able to convert there on 3rd and 1. And that is caught. It's Davis. Now the Browns signal for the second of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in the game.
There's the arm strength that we saw in college and during the scouting process. And really, it's not just the arm strength there, but the placement as well. To me, that was an excellent combination of arm talent and accuracy.
Back to throw. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down. A couple extra defensive backs out there in the dime, and because of that, really not many places to throw the football, if any.
And typically, what would you want to do against that dime?
Run the football.
You want to run the ball, but you can't do it in this situation. Not nearly enough time on the clock. You having to really navigate against a tough defense presented against you.
Red, yellow. Blaster, 6.
He's back to throw. That'll be incomplete as the clock will stop with 14 seconds remaining. This secondary as a unit, they've worked really well together in this one, especially late.
A lot of cohesiveness, a lot of communication, and some great athleticism. They're playing so well now, a nickname is sure to follow. They're going to have to name this whole unit soon.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have him looking at 3rd and 10. He'll look to throw. And bringing it in, it's Davis. And with just inside of 10 seconds to go, they'll burn their final timeout. 9 seconds left. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Here we go.
The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10.
Yellow. Claw red.
They'll look to throw. Well, he forces one there. It's a potential dagger as it's intercepted. And the Ravens have just about sewn up this football game. Certainly not what he was hoping for, Charles. That's now 3 interceptions in this ball game.
But there's a lot of knowledge to be gleaned every time you throw an interception if you do things the right way. And Hasn't there been a pretty darn good quarterback along the way who threw a lot of interceptions early, learned from them, and became great later?
Who would that be?
That'd be one Peyton Manning. Threw 28 his rookie year. That's the NFL record. How'd things turn out for him?
I think okay. He's a guy in all the commercials now, right?
Yeah, I think he's doing okay.
So the final seconds tick away in this Baltimore victory. Charles, for this losing side, their heads are hanging as they walk off the field today. And really, I mean, we know why. Those 3 turnovers by that offense, that's ultimately what doomed them.
And this is what coaches preach all the time to every team that we ever talk with. Taking care of the ball on offense, trying to take it